Welcome to a very special episode of Bucket List Coach Web Show. Well, welcome. Happy Thankful Thursday. This is your host, Cindy Lee, over at Bucket List Coach Web Show. Make sure that you follow me on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram, and go to YouTube. You're going to hit that subscribe button simply by going to where'scindynow.com, WHERES, cindynow.com, or go to YouTube, type in Bucket List Coach Web Show. So here's the deal for today. So if you share this broadcast, I will gift you a 6-day, 5-night trip to Mexico, baby. So that is Cancun, Mazatlan, and Puerto Vallarta. Simply all you have to do is share this broadcast. You have to make sure to subscribe and comment, and then go to 3nightgiveaway.com. If you want just a U.S. destination, I will help you with that as well. So really quickly, if you are a small to medium-sized business and you would like a video podcast just like this one, simply go to either Bucket List Coach Web Show or Ask Cindy Connector. I have a podcast mastery where I actually teach you this very platform and a quick 30-minute tutorial on TikTok as well. So a really quick mention here for National Day Calendar, Chocolate Macaroon Day, Egg Day, and Repeat Day. And very excited, a big thank you to National Day Calendar. I'm actually one of the featured speakers here September 10th through 12th, and I'm going to talk about how I use National Day Calendar for my business. So a real quick backstory here. I've been a YouTuber since right around 2013 and 14, and I have my mentor on the call today, Mr. Casey Eberhart. And some of the things I've learned, probably like way back when, maybe 2016 or 17, is to have those 3 hashtags at the top. Also have your cards and your end screen. You want to have an intro and an outro. So let me introduce you to Casey Eberhart. He is a keynote speaker, networking coach, lead gen specialist. He's founder of Networking Riches and Media Magic Workshop. Welcome to the show.
I am so excited to be here, Cindy. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
So let's say, hey, Nanette. She says hello.
Nanette is in the house. Nanette is awesome. Good to see you, Nanette.
Well, let's tell my audience, because you've been on Ask Cindy Connector, and today is your first time for a Bucket List Coach Web Show. Tell my audience your backstory, a little Hollywood action, and then you went into entrepreneurship.
Yeah, Cindy, first off, let me just say, I love what you're doing here. I love everything about your energy and your vibe and what you're doing here. And, one of the things about business is being able to create a life of having it all. And so often we go through and try to figure out what we want to do. Well, just do it, right? And so that's really been my philosophy since I was really young. So I find something I like and I go after it. And then when I hit the pinnacle, as a true entrepreneur, I kind of get bored pretty easily. So for me, I started out in the amusement park and water park business. I ended up becoming a general manager of an entire amusement park and water park when I was really, really young, around the age of 20. And when I moved on from there, I moved down to Los Angeles to work in the film business, as does everybody, it seems like, that moves to Los Angeles. And was really fortunate in that I rose through the ranks pretty quickly, and I ended up producing 22 full-length feature films, I think, throughout my career. And from there, I really just, I've always been an entrepreneur at heart and by nature. And so I've always bought, sold, and built companies my whole life. And now I am in a really amazing position that I have the coolest group of clients ever as part of our Platinum Inner Circle program, where I have the opportunity to help them level up and skill up and grow their business. And it's like I just beam every time I get to talk about it, because when you find something that you really like, that's one thing. But when you really get to share that with customers and clients and help them achieve what their dreams are, it's like the coolest thing on the planet. So that's really kind of my backstory in a nutshell. I buy, sell, and build companies, as well as help other business owners really move their business to not one step ahead, but maybe 5, 6, 7 steps ahead. And yeah, we get to have a lot of fun while we're doing it.
Yeah, so I'm just going to go back really quickly on Networking Riches. It's a different event this weekend, but the reason I want to mention this is because I was on the hot seat at your last event. And one of the things you talked about is do you have a call to action? So I'm actually using a vacation incentive program that has really, really helped my brand. Not only have people gotten really excited about getting the gifted vacation for being a subscriber, I'm actually having them as an actual travel agent client as well. So I book excursions, trips, so even if they do the incentive trip, they still have other stuff they need to book around that. So it was a phenomenal idea. So thank you for suggesting a call to action.
Well, yeah, and you know what? Here's the thing: in all business, right? Businesses need customers, right? And so sometimes what happens is business owners want to do anything but sell stuff, right? Except businesses exist because they sell stuff, right? And so everything that we can do as business owners and company owners and entrepreneurs to remove the barriers from people buying your product, good, or service, the better off the business is, right? And so, Cindy, what I love about your vacation giveaway is you're in the travel business. And so nobody, if you don't enjoy travel, that's not going to be a really great fit for somebody to subscribe. Well, subscribe, yes, but maybe not share because they're not really interested in that travel excursion. However, if somebody gets that travel excursion just simply by, sharing this video or sharing one of your other videos out, and they have an amazing trip, you as the travel agent also get to coordinate that if they so desire and they want. I know that's not part of the process, but it's a great way for you to have people raise their hand and say, hey, you know what, Cindy Lee, I want to travel, help me travel. And if you help a customer or a prospect get someplace that they want to go, there's a higher likelihood that you're going to be rewarded with more business down the road, either in referrals, extra business, those types of things.
Yeah, and then I'm able to piggyback on the other service that you and I are part of, Mailbox Power. So after I book an excursion and a vacation for someone, then I send them brownies and coasters that match of each little excursion that they've taken, and they'll never throw that coaster away. So thank you so much for all you've done for my business. I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, I mean, Cindy,
Wow.
honestly, that I appreciate that. I'm just a goof that just gave you the idea or talked about an idea, but you are really the one that picked it up and ran with it. And those business owners. So here's the thing. Let's like break this down onto like kind of its fundamental level. Ideas are a dime a dozen. There are millions of people that are in the advice business, right? In the opinion business. The real value as an entrepreneur is that when you have the skill set to be listening or watching for those ideas that can help serve your customer or serve your community, then that's when the whole game changes. And there's bazillions of people that want to do business, or they'll even say, oh, I want to start a business. It's on my bucket list, or I want to go to Australia. It's on my bucket list. And they just never get around to it. Right? Or they're scared, or they're nervous, or they don't want to jump off the bridge, or they don't want to take a chance, and they let all of this stuff get in the way. And then for whatever reason, someone comes along and says something at the right time, in the right place, with the right language, and it sparks it, and off it goes. And Cindy, I love watching what you've done because you are one of those people, right? You take a hold of something and you give it a try. And so often what happens with a lot of folks is they just never tried, right? It's sort of like when I hear the term bucket list, right? The idea of a bucket list is, I have to be honest, a little bit foreign to me. And the reason it's a little bit foreign to me is I just don't let stuff sit on my list too long, because I know that I could, walk out the door tonight and have a heart attack, or get hit by a bus, or, a crow come down and grab my neck. I'm like, there's a gazillion things that could happen. So I would encourage everybody, if you have a so-called bucket list, let's start knocking stuff off the bucket list. If that's starting a business, great. If it's creating passive income for you and your family, great. If it's serving your church or your community group, great. If it's learning to surf like Cindy, great. Go pick up a damn surfboard and get it done. If it's going to Australia, get your swimming paddles on, get your goggles on and start swimming. Only because they don't take flights there yet, right? So, but here's the thing. The time is now, right? The time is now. We are coming off of a year of crazy, which I think we can all admit. And so we've had a whole lot of time to be in our houses and to shrink what we're doing. And I think, Cindy, what's so fantastic is what you and I and other people are doing are inviting people to crack open that last year and go, what's out there? What's possible? And if we play in the game of the domain of what's possible, the game changes, right?
Well, let's talk about the business bucket list, which is Media Magic Workshop happening this Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yeah, so look, here's the scoop. Again, I work with so many incredible business owners, right? And when I have the opportunity to work with them in a smaller group environment, we have these really big, daydreaming, huge conversations. And then I go back and I work with folks that I don't have the opportunity to work with, or I get into smaller groups and I see that there are lots of business owners that are playing a really small game, right? Teeny tiny game with what's possible, right? And so for me, I really just kind of sat down and said, look, I'm just going to kind of take what I know to be true, and nobody can tell me that Facebook doesn't work. Nobody can tell me that social media is a fad or a trend. Nobody can tell me that there isn't money to be made on Facebook. Nobody can tell me that, because that's not my reality. My reality is 95% of my income in my business, or businesses, I should say, comes through some means of social media, right? And all that we really did was dialed in what's working. And when we figured out what was working, I said, look, let's, for crying out loud, we're coming out of a weird time. Let's teach and show people the way. So I developed a very simple acronym. It's VIP, right? VIP, it stands for video, interview, and podcast, right? Shocking that I'm on a podcast doing video, talking about video interviews and podcasts, right? But here's the thing. In business, your customers right now are scared to do business with you. Let me say that again. Your customers are scared to do business with you. It doesn't matter what business you're in. If you have a potential customer and they are potential, they are scared to do business with you. The reason the way you can get them over being scared is to get them to know, like, trust, and remember you. And here's the deal. A lot of people want to consume content that helps them move closer to do business with you. The easiest way for somebody to do that in today's marketplace. Now, 3 years ago, I was screaming about Periscope. 10 years ago, I was screaming about MySpace, right? I am now screaming at the top of my lungs about creating video content that your customers and your potential customers want to hear about, want to learn about, want to understand, and let them digest it on their schedule, not yours, not mine, but their schedule. It starts to remove those barriers. And at the point in which a company or a brand has removed the scary, that's when business actually transacts. And so often people make this like way too complicated and way too difficult, because it's this thing like, okay, I want to be in business. I started a business. I love my products. I love the brand, or I love the service, but I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm scared to pick up the phone. I don't want to learn marketing. I hate video. I just would rather, I'm an introvert and I want to sit in my house and not show my face on anything. Well, seriously? How is anybody supposed to do business with you? Just because you want them to? You can't will it, right? And so, look, this weekend we're going to break this down and make it super simple. Videos, interviews, and podcasts. Can you do videos that don't show your face? Absolutely, right? Is it better for you to show your face? Absolutely, right? Could you do an interview and not show your face? Absolutely. Could you be on a podcast? Absolutely, right? And we're going to show you how to get on as many podcasts as you can possibly imagine. You want to start a podcast? We're going to talk about that. And here's why this is so valuable, Cindy. Oh, now I'm getting myself fired up.
I love it.
Here's the thing. I was on a group Zoom yesterday, and somebody made the comment. They're like, "Oh my gosh, Casey, you're everywhere. Like, I don't know how you have any time to do anything." And I laughed because personally, I think I'm kind of lazy. And the reason I say that is because all I'm really good at is taking one piece of content and leveraging it. So you do a video Zoom with somebody, or you're on a video podcast. You've got a video, put it up on YouTube. Then you've got the audio version, slap it up as a podcast audio. Then take snippets and quotes out of it. Now you've got tweets. Now you take a couple of still shots, you put them on Instagram and TikTok and make a quick TikTok video out of it. So you can take one piece of content and leverage it into multiple things. It's not always about making this thing more complicated. It's super easy if you'll just get out of your own way. I mean, look, let's face it, Cindy. Let's just talk this amongst friends, right? Nobody's doing business with me because I'm good looking. I mean, I've got a face for radio, right? But the difference is that I'm willing to go out there and do it because of the few people that want to consume content that's video based. They can go, yeah, I get it. He's kind of a goofball. You know, you guys don't see it because I've got my camera turned the wrong way on this one. But, you know, I've got a whole bookcase filled with Disneyland paraphernalia, and my friend Charlie Sheen is on there, and on my travel stuff, and I've got tiki mugs, and, you know, I'm a goofball, right? Some people really dig that. Other people go, dude, you're not wearing a suit and tie. I'm not doing business with you. Like, okay, I don't want to do business with you either. Right? So it allows us to really get a message out, create that warm fuzzy for folks, and really look at how do we attract people to our business. And when you understand the difference between promotion and attraction on a brand level, I don't even mean just on I'm trying to hawk, you know, these glasses or a weight loss product or whatever. I'm talking about big picture here. When a brand understands the difference between promotion or attraction, between marketing and referral generation, between lead generation, which is marketing, and lead conversion, which is sales. When businesses understand the differences and now they can play the game for each of those with a very specific, simple formula, it's golden. And that's really, like, I get so fired up about this. I'm probably off topic here, but you know, look, you got to explore, you got to try new things. I mean, for crying out loud, I mean, Cindy, you know, you kind of inspired me. I never thought in 18 trillion years I would be on TikTok. I've been on TikTok now for 48 hours, right? My goal, look, and here's the thing, and I'm just going to share this with you guys for a second here. So I joined TikTok like 2 days ago. Okay. I joined TikTok 2 days ago, and I made the commitment to my TikTok coach. Now I want you to hear this. I went and hired a TikTok ad agency to show me how this silly thing works, right? My commitment is I have to put up a stupid TikTok video every day. So I'm super happy I have all of like 4 followers. I could care less, right? Because this is the learning process. And every day today I posted a TikTok. I was so excited because I figured out how to turn my head sideways like this. Right? So I'm just clicking buttons and learning. But here's the difference. A lot of people will get so scared of TikTok, they would never get on it. Oh, it's just a bunch of teenagers jumping around dancing on a washing machine. Okay, I got it. There is a ton of that. But go look at where potential business customers are. We're moving in fast paced. They're on TikTok. Where does TikTok? Video. You know what that ties to? YouTube. You know where YouTube ties? Google. You know where Google ties? All over the internet. There, you know, Instagram. It's all great content. So, anyways, I am fired up, Cindy. I'm probably way off topic here, but I had to share my TikTok story.
Well, I love TikTok. The only issue is putting it on YouTube. But what I did do for my annual Cabo trip last year, I had a whole bunch of shorts with TikTok. So what I did is I combined all of them into one video. I just went into my editing software and I actually put that on my Facebook. So it's a 10-minute video of like boom, 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 everything that I did in Cabo. And yeah, a lot of people are really digging that. But the problem is I can't put it on YouTube.
And why can't you put it on YouTube?
Because the music on there, because it's different music. Yeah. So,
Gotcha.
but
See, that's where my idiotness still is my advantage, because I don't know how to put music on TikTok videos yet. So I'm actually using TikTok as a way to exploit the YouTube Shorts program. So in YouTube Shorts, their videos under a minute long. So I figure if I make a minute, like the one I did today was 54 seconds. Well, that goes up on TikTok. I don't know. It might get 2 views. I don't know. But it will also go on my YouTube channel under the Shorts program. I just posted it on Facebook. So it's one video, but it's pasted a bunch of different ways. And you guys, you can do the same thing. It's just called content syndication. And you go, oh, but who has time for that? Who has time? I'm too busy looking at everybody else's Facebook post to actually do one of my own. Right? If you want the business is yours. You just got to go get it. And you just got to do stuff outside of what you're doing if you're not happy with the results that you're getting. Woo!
Well, I want to talk about 2 more things before we close out. Number 1, again, thank you for connecting me to Mary West. So I'm on her Zoom podcast about once or twice a month. And it's really good for leverage. So anybody who is nervous about starting a podcast or doing one, just do it.
I have to say, I am excited. I love Mary West. I have never been on her Zooms. I've never been on her podcast. But this is just my shameless begging to get in her network and get on her podcast. So I don't know if she's watching today. I know we were just on a Zoom before this, but Mary West from the Mary West Network. She's awesome up in Washington. She runs a networking event. Look, be the connector. I don't know, maybe like Cindy the Connector, right? Yeah.
So let's talk about one more thing that's going to happen on the weekend. That's pretty lucrative. I mean, it's a free event. So why do people have to attend this event?
Well, they don't have to. That's the best part.
But they should.
You should attend the event this weekend if the desired outcome of a business is growing. If your business is shrinking and you're cool with that, go play over the weekend. It's going to be warm. Sunny Southern California, we've got gorgeous weather. It's all I can do to be out surfing. Well, I don't really surf, but oh my gosh, we got Tim Gillette in the house, for crying out loud. Another blogger, podcaster, unbelievable dude. You definitely got to connect with Tim. Look, here's the thing. Lots of event promoters want to come on and beg people to join their events and all that jazz. I'm really not that dude, right? Here's the deal. I'm hyper. I'm super excited. I love what I do. And we generate results. So if you don't want results and you don't want to change and everything's going honky-dory and you're just having a great time, don't waste the weekend. Don't waste it. Go spend a time with your family. Go hang out with your dog and your cat and your raccoon or whatever. Like, it's going to be fine. This weekend is really for business owners and business-minded folks. Number 1, we have a lot of fun. Number 2, you're going to meet a bunch of cool people. We've got some really cool stuff going on. Number 3, you're going to walk out with a plan, a formula, a system to be able to get your message out and to attract some friggin' customers, right? And Cindy, I'm going to say this. This is what came up for me today. I'm just going to share a little story, and I'm going to explain why I think people need to come to this event this weekend. So I'm part of a Facebook group that's an accountability Facebook group, okay? And in this accountability Facebook group, I'm not fully participating. I was asked to kind of oversee it and help watch it. And so the moderator put a question in the Facebook group, and she said, are you planting or harvesting? Right? It was really interesting to me because every single person, with the exception of one, said that they were planting seeds for their business and not harvesting. And I really looked at it and I said, here's the deal. Everybody else is planting. I planted last season. I plant day in and day out with content that lives forever. So I don't need to actively really plant anymore because the planting of the seeds are already in motion. It's auto magic, right? So you got a lot of people that are still trying to, quote, plant seeds for their business, and nobody's outselling anything, which means nobody's getting results, except for the people that are intentional about converting or bringing people across the finish line in order to do business with you. So here's the deal. If you're a planter and you are obsessed with planting seeds for your business and you have no actual interest, truly at your core, no actually interest of actually building a business, but you're really good at wanting to plant seeds for your business, it's not going to be a great event. You'll be pissed off. It'll be a waste of your time, right? But if you are ready to take the action to put assets and things in place to attract business to you on an ongoing, consistent basis, then cancel your plans. I mean, cancel your own damn funeral if you have to over this weekend and come to the event. It's going to be awesome. Like, I don't know what else to say. It's going to be awesome.
Well, in closing, I have to do a big shout out to Tammy. And because of you, I actually met her, I believe, November or December of last year in your other group, Networking Riches. And she's actually helped me with my journey to weight loss. And from my last surf lesson, I was 189. I'm now 166. Since being with her, I've lost 13 pounds in the last 3 weeks.
So can I offer you one thing, Cindy? If you will just change that language. Let me ask you this, Cindy, what happens if you go and lose your car keys?
I cry.
And then what?
I walk.
And then what?
I have a beer.
Okay. And after a beer, do you try to then find your car keys?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
if you lose your cell phone, do you try to find it?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to invite you and Tammy both to take on this language. Instead of saying I've lost 10 pounds, which essentially means that now your subconscious brain says, I just lost something, I better go find it. It's why we have this diet yo-yo BS that goes on, because our minds say we lost something, we got to go find it. If you will just simply say, I release that back to the universe, or I give these 13 pounds over to somebody else that could use them better than I can.
I love it.
Your subconscious mind will say, oh, I'm done with that. And you will actually have that subconscious release of the inner need to go find those pounds back. If that makes sense. Wow.
That's pretty crazy.
It's just wackadoodle, right? Think about it. Like it's just, I'm a big language guy. So I just think it's really important, especially. So first off, congratulations. That's absolutely awesome. I know how hard that is. I have put on my COVID-19. Some people, I've got 19 pounds that I borrowed. I probably borrowed 13 from you. I've used them for a few weeks. I'm now ready to release them back to the world so they can be used by somebody else that needs them and wants them and desires them more than I do.
Yeah. So just like you, it's accountability, and Tammy, there's accountability. So I'm doing no rice, no sugar, no candies, no cookies, no dairy, no cheese. I was having 3 to 6 slices of cheese a day.
How do you have tacos? How do you have Tuesday tacos? I
don't. I'm on a mission.
Whew.
There's ways around it. Yeah, there's ways around
it. And look, here's the thing. This is another great point. Another business lesson here, right? Nothing changes until the pain of staying the same is less than the pain of changing, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm not in enough pain. I don't have enough pounds that I've gained in order for me to make the decision and change to give up something like rice and tacos and cheese. Like, right? But when I look at myself in the mirror and I go, oh my gosh, you know what? I am done borrowing these pounds from the universe. I am ready to release them back. And how am I going to do that? I am going to simply leave. Oh gosh, it just gives me heebie-jeebies saying I'm going to leave cheese and tacos off to the side, right? But Cindy, congratulations. It's awesome. So much of business, you guys, relates to how we think mentally and how our minds work on a subconscious and conscious level. It's really why in our Platinum Circle, we really focus on the intersection of transactional and transformational business. And when you can combine those two things, oh my gosh, the world completely opens up. It just completely opens up, you guys.
Well, so one of the things for me, and then we'll close out the show, is when I have that bad food is on vacation. So I take a vacation like 2-3 times a year. So the rest of the time of the year, I'm very careful with what I eat. But when I'm on vacation, it's on and cracking.
Copy on and cracking. That should be your new hashtag.
So let's close out. And so if anybody wants to come to the Media Magic Workshop this weekend, simply go to the chat here on YouTube or on Facebook, and there's a direct link. And I'm actually going to be doing some shorts over the weekend. I'm going to be doing another short tomorrow. And that way you could get information on this amazing event, and definitely share with your friends. If you are already a part of the network, a lot of us have unique URLs for that. But if you're just a connection of mine or Casey's, you could go to the link here that is posted.
Awesome. And you know what? Here, I'm going to even make you guys, I'm going to even throw this in. Cindy doesn't even know I'm going to do this, but I'm going to throw her. Here's the deal. If you come to the event this weekend and you use her link, she's going to send you a free vacation. I just threw that. I made her do that. She doesn't even know that, but here's the deal. She'll give you a vacation. And all you have to do is come to the event. And Cindy, what I'll do is anybody that uses your link, I'll send you that over. I'll send you that over so you know who they are.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much. I'm going to put you in a green room and give me about 30-40 seconds, and I'll meet you in there for a few minutes.
Awesome. Ciao, guys. Hope I get to see you this weekend. Go out and knock that stuff off the bucket list. Space, period.
Woohoo! See you in there. All right, guys. So make sure to join us this weekend. Go here in the chat on YouTube or Facebook. I actually am going to be also posting it on Ask Cindy Connector Live. And tomorrow on Ask Cindy Connector Live, I'm live at 1, 2, and 3 o'clock. For this very show, it's every Wednesday, Bucket List Coach Web Show Live at 1, 2, and 3 Pacific. If you'd like to be a guest on any of the shows, feel free to reach out to me. And as always, think of 5 people every single day to show gratitude. When you're out and about, show your kindness, compliment others, and it's all about living your life to the fullest. So we have the day that we're born and the day that we pass away. What are you doing during that dash? Make the most of the dash, baby. See you this weekend. Ciao, baby.